everyone, Miss Ngali here. In this screencast, we're going to go through some ideas before you start reading or listening to Chapter 4 in the Watsons. So for your journal prompts, you have two options. The first option is, what does the word empathy mean? And what does it mean to show empathy to someone? And your second option is, what are the steps you take to solve a problem with a friend? So if you're thinking about trying number one, I have some ideas for you here about empathy. So you can see empathy is the understanding of or the ability to identify with another person's feelings or their experiences. So it's kind of like when you put yourself into someone else's shoes, you're more sensitive to what that person is going through and what they're experiencing. So maybe you've been through that yourself, or you have the life experience to know how they're feeling. So you act accordingly based on that. And on this slide here, I put a picture that shows the difference between sympathy and empathy because I think they get confused a lot. So just take a look at that picture and see what that means to you. What's the difference here between sympathy and empathy? And then when you're recording your ideas in your journal, you can use this page right here. It's the week 3 packet, chapter 4. You can select which one you want to do and record your thinking here. So for the next portion, we're going to go through the vocabulary, which you can find right below your journal response of the day. So you have 3 words today: orbiting, hypnotized, and disappear. So you can remember that these words have multiple meanings sometimes, and it depends on what situation they're being used in. So orbiting is our first vocabulary word. It means to fly or move around in a circle. And you can see the moon orbits the Earth, while the Earth is orbiting the sun in this picture. You can also see other planets orbiting our sun too. Don't forget to draw your picture for that one. The second word is hypnotized. It's being used in the past tense here. You can see that ed on the end of the word. So the root form of this word would be hypnotize. The definition of this word is to capture the whole attention of someone. The example I have here is, her cat was hypnotized by this laser pointer. But in movies and TV shows, we always see people being hypnotized, like they'll hang the watch in front of someone's face, the like pocket watch or something, and they'll swing it back and forth until they say, "You are getting sleepy," and then they're kind of in a trance. So that means they have the entire attention of somebody. And then the third vocabulary word is disappear, and it means to stop being visible. As in, it's not there anymore, you can't see it. So my example here is, Maria was suspicious when her headphones suddenly disappeared. And you can also see in the GIF that I posted, Homer's disappearing. Okay, so again, make sure that your vocabulary is all filled out in your organizer. And our purpose for reading is, how does Kenny show empathy for others in this chapter? So before we get started with the audio, I wanted to share an example, one more kind of situation where empathy is being used, just so that it's fresh in your mind right before we start reading. So in this example, Darrell throws a paper airplane at Mike. Mrs. Fields, saw the paper airplane land on the floor in front of Mike's desk. She thought Mike had thrown it. She made Mike clean the classroom before he could go to recess. Darrell ran up to Mike at recess. He said, "I'm sorry I got you in trouble." "Don't talk to me, Darrell." "I said I was sorry, Mike. Why are you being so mean to me?" So this is a situation that could maybe realistically happen in a classroom. And it's a situation where if Darrell and Mike had empathy for each other, maybe they wouldn't be in this situation of being angry with one another. So Think about how Jarrell could have shown empathy in this situation. Think about how Mike could have shown empathy in this situation. And as a challenge, could Mrs. Fields also show empathy? Let us know what you think. You can comment your ideas, email us your ideas. And I'm going to go ahead and put our purpose up for reading here. How does Kenny show empathy for others in this chapter? Go ahead and listen to the audio for chapter 2 or read it out loud wherever you are. And I will see you in the screencast part 2 for chapter 4. Thanks so much.